Live from the Business RadioX studio inside Renaissance Bank, the bank that specializes in understanding you. It's time for North Fulton Business Radio.
Hello again, everyone. Welcome to another edition of North Fulton Business Radio. I'm John Ray, and folks, this is going to be a good one. You won't believe this when I tell you, but we're going to be talking about dog poop. And yes, it will be a good one. You're going to want to hear it if you've got canine friends. Meliss Jakubovic is with us. Meliss is the owner of Clean Paws Scooping, and she has done a fabulous job in a very short time with her business, and I'm excited to talk to her about the great things she's doing. But before we get to that, if you consider your banking relationship, well, full of you-know-what, poop, if you're at one of those big mega banks and they're not really treating you well, and they're not really treating you at all because they really don't want to talk to you, and if that's what you're experiencing with your business, you may want to look at Renaissance Bank. If you call one of their branches, they'll answer the phone. That's what they do at Renaissance. That's just one indicator of the work that they do, and they deliver their services in a personal way. That's what clients tell me that I refer to them. So go to renaissancebank.com, find one of their local offices, and be in touch. I think you'll be glad you did. Renaissance Bank, understanding you, member FDIC. And again, now I want to welcome Meliss Jakubovic. She is with Clean Paws Scooping, the owner and founder of Clean Paws Scooping. Meliss, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be here.
I'm excited to have you here. Who knew we could be excited about talking about dog poop,
of
right?
Of course, exactly.
Yeah. Let's give a little introduction to you and your business.
Okay. You did a great job introducing me. My name is Meliss Jakubovic. I'm an online marketing strategist, and I am the founder of Clean Paws Scooping. We are a professional poop scooping service. We serve residential and commercial clients, and basically we come to your yard and your spaces and we scoop your poop. So we retire you from poop scooping, and you never have to touch poop again.
Or maybe the folks that have not been retired from it that really need to be retired, they should have been doing it all this time.
That's so true.
Yeah, then they don't have to worry about it either, right?
That's right. We're here to help whoever needs it.
Wherever you are on this spectrum,
exactly.
Right? Yeah. Before we get into the details of your business, let's talk a little bit about you and your backstory. And certainly I want to get into why dog poop, but you are a multiple business owner.
Yes, I own 4 companies.
Okay, you must not be very busy. So this is your 4th one.
This is my 4th one.
So you've got a condition or something?
Apparently. Apparently I do.
I love it. Tell us about those.
Okay, for starters, I hate picking up poop. Number 2, I hate touching poop. Number 3, I hate stepping in poop. And I realized that I can't be the only one out there who feels this way. So if you're a pet owner and you hate these things, it's still something you have to deal with.
Yeah.
So I saw there was a need in the market for this. And being a business owner myself, I said I wanted to invest in a business and just get this started, help people in the community. And we help a bunch of different people. So some people think this is a joke, or they'll comment under my Facebook ads, oh, Americans are so lazy, or you shouldn't have a dog if you can't pick up the poop. But we are here to help and serve the community. And so I wanted to make sure that I was stepping into the community and giving something of value. All of my other businesses, or most of them, are online. So this is my first home service business.
Oh, wow.
So it's a little bit of a challenge, and I like a challenge, but it's basically taking my marketing efforts and using them in a different way. So that's what's exciting.
Do you want to talk about your other businesses?
Sure, briefly. We can talk about
briefly.
them.
We'll talk.
All right. So I own 2 marketing agencies. One of them is an online marketing agency for coaches and spiritual healers, very much in the woo space.
Yeah.
And I help them grow their business using social media. It's a lot of consulting, group programs, online digital programs, and things like that. My other marketing agency, Clients Come Knocking, is a done-for-you service marketing agency where we're doing your Facebook ads, your Google ads, your SEO, things like that. These businesses have been growing for many years. My Meliss marketing company for 13 years, and I wanted to invest that into something else. So I was doing research on what can I invest into, and I almost invested into an Airbnb rental, or I didn't know what to do, but it all came back to owning a business because that's just my natural go-to. So I did a bunch of research, found out what the needs were in the market, and realized that this is unique and different and isn't really here yet. And so I thought this would be a really great way to get into the home services industry. And it really depends on my marketing efforts. So I'm excited about it.
Yeah, it sure does. But one of the things that you did was you opened the business yourself. You did not go to a franchisor. Are there any franchisors that do this kind of thing? Or?
Yeah, there are a few franchises that are nationwide, and I really wanted to be my own business owner. I like to do things my own way. I've always been that way. And these franchises, they're the big guys. They come in and they've got a system, and I thought locally owned, women owned, I can do it a little bit better, if not a lot better. And a lot of these companies, their colors are like lawn service company colors. And I wanted to stand out as a locally owned, women-owned business. And we have hot pink branding so that you can't miss it and you don't want to.
I love it. So what, maybe it's too early to tell, but what advantages does this give you as an independent as opposed to being part of a big franchise system?
So many.
Okay.
First of all, I get to make all of the choices, all of the decisions. I get to hire who I want to, how I want to operate it, the marketing that I want to use. I design all of our own marketing materials, which is what I love. I love being creative. This is my way to be creative. And I think things grow when you have a growth mindset and you have the freedom to do it in your own way. And I'm very analytical and I like to use strategy. So to me, this was just a big puzzle of logic that I get to piece together. So I know that the outcome will be really strong.
Yeah, that's terrific. So you say you did a lot of research.
Yeah.
When prospective business owners go do research on what kind of business they ought to open, they rarely end up with dog poop.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that research process and what got you to dog poop.
Yeah, that's a great question. So I was looking for something that had a low buy-in, that was able to scale quickly and was based mostly on marketing efforts and was local business. So I narrowed it down to a few after a lot of research. That was months of research. And dog poop was one of them because it's so unique. It's so strange. When I say to someone, I'm a professional poop scooper, they say, wait, say that again? And then I have an opportunity to say it again. And so it really is something that's intriguing and unique. And for that reason, I knew it was the right way to go.
I like that. And it strikes me that this is the kind of business that a lot of people are not going to go just because of the ick factor, right? A lot of people aren't going to go into this business just because of that, right? They're going to let that be an obstacle, opportunity.
There's so many people in this world that make a lot of obstacles and they stop themselves from the opportunity. I feel that dog poop is a problem. Somebody has to do it. And if it's not you or your spouse or your teenager, you're going to be fighting with your family instead of making memories. And I also believe that outsourcing and delegating to people who can do things more thoroughly and save you a bunch of time is a really good investment.
So dog poop is a problem, and it's not just because of, and I know this from talking to you and your folks offline, that dog poop is a problem because, and cat poop is too, but it's usually inside and in a litter box. But people say, I'm just fertilizing in the yard or something like that. It doesn't work that way with dog poop,
It
right?
absolutely does
So
not.
explain that.
So cow poop turns into fertilizer. Dog poop is actually very toxic. So it carries bacteria and diseases like parvo, and it could be very unhealthy for your family. And your kids are playing in the backyard, or maybe you're hosting a beautiful dinner party and you don't want to step in it. You don't want to breathe it in. You don't want to touch it. And you don't want anyone playing with it, obviously, like little toddlers running around. It is not fertilizer. It's very toxic to our environment. And so we have to get rid of it anyway. We don't want it draining into our water streams and things like that.
You built a company basically around the picking up of it and those people that understand that piece of it, right? But you're trying to educate as well.
Absolutely.
So I guess talk about that piece of it.
Yeah. Before anybody buys something and they realize that they need it or that it solves a problem, they have to be aware what that problem is and why that problem is such a big deal that they need to make a change. And dog poop is toxic, and it also is time consuming to pick it up. And that time can be spent with our loved ones. You know, I have 2 teenage boys and I take care of my dad who's ill, and those memories are so important. And I am very busy. I own 4 companies and I've got all my family responsibilities. If I have an extra 30 minutes or an hour on my weekend to play with my family, do fun things, then that's worth it to me. And so we're coming in and we're helping busy families who just don't have the time. They're taking kids to soccer and ballet and they want to rest on their weekends, or just busy professionals who work all the time. And we're also helping seniors who maybe had a dog when they were able to go out and walk them all the time. And now that's a little bit more challenging for them and they don't want dog poop in their yard. We're totally judgment free. We don't care if you have dog poop because you're lazy, or if you have dog poop because you just recovering from surgery, or if you just have no time. We are there to help and take it off your plate. And there's no judgment to that at all.
I love that, because it's a little more sophisticated than just your folks coming out with a dog scooper and putting it in a bag like most people do, right?
Absolutely. We have a whole full service for you. So first, we come to your house, or we also help apartment complexes, HOAs, so wherever we're going, dog parks, whatever. And we come with our equipment fully sanitized. We go into, let's say, your backyard, and we use a double grid pattern to scoop your poop. So we make sure that we don't miss any poop. We're going back and forth in many different directions. We bag your poop, we scoop it up. We also have deodorizer and disinfectant treatments and on our Boost menu, so we can make your lawn smell like eucalyptus and get rid of all of the odor from the urine that is broken down with those enzyme killers that we have. And we also have a disinfectant, so we can get rid of 99.99% of all of your germs and bacteria and viruses that the poop carries. So we really make the whole space livable, usable, and then we take the poop, double bag it, and put it in your trash bin to get picked up.
And so this may seem like an obvious question, but like, how do you know you've gotten it all? Because like you could have a yard that's pretty grown up, or maybe it's just, but it's not that folks aren't taking care of the yard, but just the type of grass they have or something like that. Bermuda falls into the grass pretty easily, particularly if it's a small dog. So talk about how you know you've gotten everything you need to get.
Yeah. So because of our double grid pattern, we're going back and forth many times. We have a bunch of different tools. We have different types of rakes for different size poops. We have shovels. We have little clamp collector things in case they poop on rocks or gravel, things like that. So we have a bunch of tools and we check many times. We're not going to go into unsafe spaces. Like we'll go under a deck if we can stand up, but we're not going to crawl on our hands and knees for that. But also we can sometimes coordinate with your lawn person. So if we come out the day before you get your lawn mowed, then the lawnmower doesn't have dog poop in it and your lawn gets cleaned better and faster. So there's so many services that we can do to keep your yard clean. And if you care about your yard and you're getting it done anyway, then your yard's just going to be in tip-top shape.
Wow. Who knew there was that much to picking up poop? And this is what I'm fascinated by, because again, you really built this method yourself of doing this. You didn't get a recipe from someone else. You built this method of how you do what you do on your own.
I did a bunch of research. I followed a lot of the big dog poop companies who are locally owned, who are in the multi-million-dollar level right now. And I reached out and tried to cut the timeline in half possible, because I'm all about action, implementation, and go.
Good for you. Good for you. So let's talk about who your clients are.
Okay.
Who are I would imagine you've got both residential and commercial clients. So let's talk about each.
Okay. So our residential side, basically, we're coming to your backyard. We're scooping all the poop up once a week. You never have to worry about it. Those are a majority of our clients. I'd say 70, 80% of our business. And these are just regular dog owners, they do go for walks usually, but not every day and not every single time the dog has to go out. So we're helping people who are busy, who are pet enthusiasts. We actually have some people who are dog sitters. I have one client, she's got 4 dogs of her own, and she pet sits 2 to 3 dogs every single week. So she's got her hands full with dog poop. So we come out and help her and take that off her plate. And then we also have for our commercial side, our apartment complexes, we can clean up all of the common areas. We also install the pet waste bins, so we can help maintain the area and also install that also in parks and communities, property managers. We also have real estate agents as some of our clients who actually gift their customers a month free of poop scooping when they buy a house from them, which is pretty affordable. It's actually a gift that's more meaningful to me than a bottle of wine. Let's help them while they're moving in, take stuff off their plate. So we have a lot of people like that. And then HOAs and dog parks. So wherever dogs go, we go.
Wow. That's a big addressable market.
Yeah. We also help disabled, injured, and seniors as well. Yeah. So it could be a one-time or more than not, we have people on recurring service. So
yeah, that makes sense. Let's talk about the geographic area that you cover.
Yeah. We cover many different cities in the area. So we have Duluth, Johns Creek, Alpharetta, Roswell, Peachtree Corners, Dunwoody, Milton, Sandy Springs, and East Cobb. And we're growing. We just want to make sure that we have root density in all those areas before we expand. But the goal is to keep on growing.
Yeah, so you're between the fives, as it were, 85 and 75 on the north side of the Metro Atlanta.
North Metro Atlanta is what we advertise as. So basically my old stomping grounds in East Cobb to my new stomping grounds in Duluth and everywhere in between.
Okay, excellent. So do you have to have a certain density of business in a neighborhood before you start? If I wanted to have you come take care of my yard, do I have to have a certain number of clients? Do you have to have a certain number of clients in that neighborhood to start?
Are you in our service area?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we'll just come to you.
Okay.
If you're in our service area, we'll come to you.
Okay.
But if you refer your friends, we'll give you each $25 off so that we can help grow that root density, and then you can serve your whole neighborhood. We'd love to do that.
Of course you would. Yeah. Okay. That's good. But you understand, because a lot of home services business, that's the way they operate. They want a certain amount of clients in a neighborhood before they initiate service. Lawn care is a great example of that, right? But that's good. That's a great way to get going.
Yeah, we believe in helping whoever has dog poop. So if you're in our service area, we'll come out. We know that you'll love our service. You'll tell your friends, and eventually our root will grow.
That's fantastic. Let's talk a little bit about where the business is going. What do you see as the future? You're going to continue to expand geographically, but what do you hope unfolds over the next few years for you?
Poop scooping is a huge industry, believe it or not. And when I was doing my research, I found out it's been around for almost 20 years, but not well enough if not everyone's heard of it. Right now is where I think it's getting very popular. There's been a lot of buzz around it online, especially on YouTube. And when that starts to happen, if you can get in on the beginning of a trend, you're going to catch that wave. And I know that we're in the right place at the right time. And I believe that we do really great work. So we're just going to keep growing and we'll see where it goes. I follow the flow. I follow my intuition. If this is going great and it's going to be something really big, maybe we can franchise out to other people, but we'll see how it goes.
Meliss Jakubovic is with us, folks. She is the owner of Clean Paws Scooping. So, Meliss, I can't imagine there aren't some folks that are just already in love with you.
Nice.
that just love the work y'all do. So talk a little bit about the success stories and what you're hearing from clients that
absolutely
give you that feedback.
We have all 5-star reviews on Google and on Facebook. And every time we go out every day, we're getting more and more. So I know that we're doing great service. We're really helping people. We have a great team. So our team is really thorough. They're very friendly. We have a triple check method too, just to make sure that everybody's dog is safe. When we go into your backyard, we close the gate behind us and triple check. And when we leave, we do the same thing, take a picture and send you a text message so that you know that your dog is safe in the yard and we didn't let your dog out. So our team is just ready to help. And that's what makes us so great. We're friendly and ready.
That's fantastic. One of the things that I'm seeing in the show notes is that it says that you save marriages, prevent backyard disasters, and bring peace to neighborhoods. Wow.
That is true.
That is a value right there. Wow.
I think so.
Say more about that. Yeah.
All right. Let's put this scenario together. Okay. There's a mom at home. She's got 3 kids. One needs help with their homework. One has to go out to do soccer. She's cooking. She needs to go to the grocery store. Her husband's supposed to be scooping the poop. What is he doing? Who knows what he's doing? Not scooping poop. And that starts a fight. That starts an argument. Or a mom who's teaching their kids that you help do the dishes, you do the poop scooping, you wanted the dog, you need to participate, and they're not doing it.
Right.
And that causes a fight. And I believe in a peaceful home. So if you're having fights at your house because of this pet that you're supposed to have to bring lots of joy and memories, it's defeating the purpose. So we come in there, we get it done, and everyone's happy, and there's no fighting. And it really does save marriages. And it cleans the area. It keeps your house clean, the environment clean, the neighborhood clean. And then people can go outside and play and have fun. Jump on the trampolines, sit and have dinner outside underneath those lovely lights. Throw a ball on the front yard without stepping in poop.
When you put it that way, there's a lot of intangible value in that.
Yeah.
Wow. I love that. So what else do we need to hear about from you? And I know that you've got a special offer for listeners of this show. That is a limited time offer, folks. So let's hear the details of what you're offering.
All right. So I have a special offer for these listeners because I appreciate everyone who's listening. I think you're doing a great job.
Thank you.
So the deal is that I love to give things away for free. I love to give discounts. I want everyone to give us a try. I know once you try us, you'll absolutely love us. So we're giving away $25 off your first month of recurring service with coupon code RADIOX, RADIOX, and that's till August 1st.
Awesome. So we're recording this show on the last day of March 2025. So if you're listening to this show after August of 2025, you missed it. But if you want your marriage saved, you're still going to want to call Meliss and her team. So
we'll save your marriage before August 1st.
Yeah, that's right. But if you're in that window before August 1st of 2025, be sure to check out Meliss and her team. Wow, Meliss, this has been fantastic.
Thank you.
What great work you're doing. We've got to get to the most important question, which is how folks can find you.
Thank you for asking that. So the best thing to do is to go to our website, which is cleanpawsscooping.com. I just want to spell it because there are 2 S's back to back. So it's clean, like the opposite of dirty, paws, like a dog paw, plural with an S at the end, and then scooping like an ice cream scoop. So those 2 S's touch. Cleanpawsscooping.com. And then you'll go to our instant quote tool on our website. You'll put in your zip code and you'll be able to sign up for our service directly. We make it really easy. We also have our frequently asked questions on the site so that our potential customers can have a really smooth experience while they're signing up for our service. And if you aren't as tech savvy or you don't see the answers to your questions on our FAQ page, you can just give us a call at 833-4-POOP-SCOOPS. That's 833-476-6772, and we'll get you signed up.
To save folks going to that page, what's the most frequent question we haven't addressed?
The most frequent question, honestly, people just say, wait, you scoop poop? What does that mean?
Okay. We've covered that.
We've covered that.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. I just want to make sure that we've gotten everything out here for folks
that
are
listening. I did think
listening.
of one thing we can say, which is that we can come out to your house once a week, once a month, twice a week, or twice a month.
Okay.
So those are our options.
Got it. So varying times of service delivery.
Correct. And the price is based off how often you want us to come out, how many dogs you have, and how big your yard is.
Meliss Jakubovic is with us. She is the owner of Clean Paws Scooping. This has been a lot of fun. And not just the obvious jokes and all that kind of stuff, which I'm sure you've heard everything at this point, right?
Sure.
Yeah. But just how you built this business right out of thin air. And so congratulations on that.
Thank you.
And congratulations on your great work.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. And good luck. We'll have to have you back and hear how it's going.
Oh, I'd love to come back. Thanks for having me.
That would be great. Meliss Jakubovic is with us, folks, Clean Paws Scooping. And before we let you go for today, just a couple of quick things. I have a book out, and if you are a coach, a consultant, attorney, CPA, if you're selling basically what's between your ears, if you're in the expertise business world, this book is written for you. It covers issues around value and understanding your value, your positioning, business development, and your pricing. If those are issues for you, you need to check out The Generosity Mindset, a journey to business success by raising your confidence, value, and prices. You can find more about the book and where it's sold, which is really where all fine books are sold, at thegenerositymindset.com. And I also want to thank you. If you're listening to the show, I want to thank you. This is show number 858 of North Fulton Business Radio, and we've only gotten this far because of you. You continue to support us in so many different ways, and I'm grateful for you because you have made us the voice of business in the North Fulton region and beyond because of that support. And you give us the wind at our backs, if you will, to help us continue and interview great business leaders like Meliss and the 1,300 or so guests that we've had over these past almost 9 years. So thank you for your support. I'm grateful. So for Meliss Jakubovic, I'm John Ray. Join us next time here on North Fulton Business Radio.